I've seen videos swirling around the internet, especially from Boom, and on one of his videos it shows the reason why jtoh has such a stable player count. But I'm hoping maybe that can be changed. Have you seen the videos that say why Tower of Hell players hate jtoh? Well, those aren't the full story of why so many players quit in their early days. There's more things that happen than just that. Today, I will present to you the real reason so many quit so early and how you can get your friend to play the game and help the player count. And maybe not just one person, it could be many people. And that could really help the game a lot. So anyways, here's what you need to know. Beginners who just joined Tower of Hell, new to the game obviously, and don't really know how difficult the challenges are ahead of them. The videos I talked about a second ago said that the player just goes to Tower of Skill or something and then just quits the game. But even if the player goes to Tower of Annoyingly Simple Trials, it still doesn't mean that they'll stay in the game very long. I've had some of my friends personally play the game, and I led them to toast immediately. Usually what happens is that the player starts to rush the tower. They think it's quite easy, but one fall and they get super mad. They start going insane, and sometimes, even after the first fail, leave. If they're a more skilled newcomer, they can even get past Tower of Annoyingly Simple Trials. But that isn't it. As the player continues to go through towers, they rush more and get easily aggravated since they're new to the game, and they're not very used to having to do something so long without checkpoints. And this can effectively cause them to rage or even rage quit. However, not even that is the full story. This is. If the player gets past those roadblocks, you may think that, oh, they'll be fine now. How would they ever quit the game? But the answer to why that is wrong isn't quite simple. I remember from my own experience. When I started the game, I was able to pass the roadblocks I just talked about. But after a few months, I got bored and mad at the game. I said earlier that a new player is easily enraged if they fail, even if it's 2 floors or so. But after I played for a few months, I kept failing on towers. As time went by, I got more and more infuriated with every single failure. It was rage. If rage didn't build up immediately, it would build up over the course of time. And that's what happened here. Eventually, I quit the game because I raged so much. And that's where a decently good portion of players stop. Definitely more than you think. However, very few come back from that rage. I was incredibly lucky to be able to do so. One day, I saw one of my friends, who wasn't really a jtoh player, playing jtoh, and I joined them, of course. I could see their capability with how far they could get, as they could even do jumps in soul crushings with few errors. But they still struggled on a medium. And why? They were rushing. This event leads to the player not liking the game and possibly quitting it as a whole. If you're going to have one of your friends play jtoh, make sure they don't try to rush Tower of Annoyingly Simple Trials. That will make them fall, get mad, and leave, just like that. If they don't rush, there's a very high chance they will be able to enjoy the game. Back to the point I was saying. The amount of players that rage due to failing toast is much higher than you may think. And this kills the player count. And now that I've said everything I've said about all of this, now it's kind of possible to increase the game's player count. All you have to do is tell your friend about it. Then, make sure they don't rush or play lazily on any tower they play. If they beat Toast, part 1 is success. After that, you gotta make sure they stay engaged in the game. And if they fail another tower, tell them how to calm down and overall just decrease their rage. If you do all that, you increase the player count by 1. You can leave your friend alone, playing the game knowing they won't quit, at least in the near future. Thank you for watching. You can click off this knowing you can help the game's player count.